job and pay taxes. Almost all of you, so it's very relatable to you guys. I do too, and I think it is ridiculous and frustrating how much taxes come out of my paycheck. In my paycheck, if I get paid $500 a week, in federal withholding, about $60.70 gets taken off. Social Security, $31 gets taken off. And Medicare, $7.25 gets taken off my paycheck, which brings it to about $401.58. So you worked your butt off for $500, but only got paid $401.58. That's a pretty unfair way of taxes, I think. I know of a system that will allow you that would create the United States tax system better. This system allows you to keep your entire paycheck and only pay taxes on what you spend. This system that will fix our economy and be fair to everyone is the fair tax system. All workers are taxpayers. After college, you students are going to want to find good jobs, and by switching to the fair tax way, more companies are going to be able to switch to the United States. Our first topic here is you'll be able to keep your entire paycheck. By limiting payroll and income taxes, you'll be able to keep your entire paycheck for the first time. And all the taxes will switch to a 23% sales tax. Without companies having to pay our incredibly high payroll and income tax to their employees, they will be more attracted to coming back to the United States. In Neil Burt's 2008 book, businesses and other organizations spend more than 6 billion hours each year complying with the federal tax code. Estimated compliance costs conservatively top $225 billion annually, costs that are ultimately embedded in the retail prices paid by consumers. So without companies having to use that money working on taxes, the retail price of products will go down. So even with the fixed 23% sales tax, the price of the products we see now and what we see during the fair tax system won't dramatically change too much. But if you're still worried about taxes, sales taxes of basic necessities and how you'll be able to afford them, there's a solution for that too in the tax reform. Everyone in the United States that is a legal citizen will get a tax refund for the taxes that they will spend on that month for basic necessities. They can choose how they want to spend it, but that's how much money they will spend on their basic necessities. This gives every legal resident household an advance refund. And at the beginning of each month, so that purchases made up to poverty level are tax-free. The pre-vet prevents an unfair burden on low-income families. According to Karen Walby in her 2013 article, The Fair Tax Rebate Explained, under the fair tax, all Americans consume what they see as their necessities of life-free tax. While permitting no exemptions, the fair tax provides a monthly universal rebate to ensure that each family unit can consume tax-free up to the poverty level with overall effect of making the fair tax progression and application. This is not an entitlement, but a rebate of taxes paid. Thus the term prebate, everyone pays taxes at the cash register. So only U.S. citizens receive this rebate, which will encourage illegal immigrants to become citizens too, since they are finally now paying taxes, which brings us to how everyone in the United States, no matter what their economic status, will pay the fair share of taxes. Everyone pays their fair share, no matter your economic status. The things you consume will be taxed at 23%, so a 23% sales tax, but it's a fixed cost, so it will fit into the price you see. So when you get to the cash register, you'll know how much you're paying. They also don't receive the rebate everyone else gets each month. Right now, illegal immigrants are using our roads and services that workers pay for, but they still get the benefits of them. Speaking of benefits, you probably wonder how Social Security and Medicare work also. The fair tax system will actually make these benefits better because now everybody, instead of just workers, are paying taxes to go towards these systems. According to fairtax.org, benefits will not change. The fair tax actually put these programs on a more solid funding foundation. Instead of being funded taxes on workers' wages, which is a small pool, they'll be funded by taxes on overall consumption. So after all that, you're still probably a little confused on what is taxed. Anything you buy for personal use, anything that is retail from stores, is taxed at 23% sales tax. Used items are not taxed, and exchanges between businesses are not taxed anymore. If you are good with money, you will do better than those who are not. Everyone is in control of what they spend their taxes on because it is all in the sales tax. Everyone is taxed fairly because it does not go on how much you make, it is how much you spend. So with just sales tax and no more income or payroll taxes, do you know what there is no more need for? The IRS. All the tax money goes straight from retailers to the US Treasury. There is no need for them to look anymore to find people cheating on their income taxes and payroll taxes. So what I think the United States should switch its tax system to is the fair tax system. You would be able to keep your entire paycheck. Companies will be more attracted to the United States. Everyone for their first time will be paid a fair share of taxes. It will increase funding for Social Security and Medicare. And you won't pay taxes on what you earned, only on what you spend. So I want all of you to stay a little bit more informed and go to fairtax.org and actually look at the numbers and show how it looks good on paper also, not just in theory. And also if you feel motivated, you can even donate or write to a local congressman. So if you want to change your paycheck from this into this, I suggest you look up how fair tax works.